let's go to example 1. It says 3/4 gallon of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. How many gallons of batter are in each bowl? Well, I'm going to first show you how to set up a division problem, because with division, order does matter. We have to put the numbers in the right order. And then I'm going to show you how to solve it without using a model, and then we're going to verify it this time by using a tool called an area model. Now, division follows this pattern here. The first number usually represents the total amount that we have. And in this problem, we have 3/4 of a gallon of batter. We know that we're going to be dividing because it says poured equally. To divide means put something into equal groups, which tells us what our second number in there is, which is how many. This number is going to represent how many groups, which is 2 bowls. Our answer, our quotient, then, will tell us how much or how big. Okay? So we want to know how many gallons. That's how much batter is in each bowl. That's what we're going to be solving. Now, if you remember from the opening exercises, we can solve a division problem, especially division problems that involve fractions, by changing it to a multiplication problem. We keep the first number the same, 3/4. We change the division to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second number. The flip of a second number, I'm going to write this word over here. The flip of a number is called a reciprocal. That's a term that you might see in the future. Well, if we think of 2 as 2/1, and we flip it, we get 1/2. Now, from 5th grade, you should remember how to multiply fractions. You take the numerator times numerator, 3 times 1, and you get the new numerator. You take the denominator times the denominator, 4 times 2, and you get the new denominator. So that tells us that there will be 3/8 of a gallon of batter in each bowl. I'm going to write that in a sentence. With word problems, we should always write our final answers in sentence. There will be 3/8 of a gallon in each bowl. Now I want to verify this. I want to prove it using a tool. Sometimes the tool is easier to solve. This is just going to be one tool in our toolbox. It's called an area model, and this is something that you might have seen in 5th grade when you were multiplying fractions. We're going to use it to prove division of fractions as well. I'm going to always start an area model as a square, and I want to first draw my total. My total, again, is 3/4. So I'm going to represent 3/4 by splitting this square into 4 pieces, and then I'm going to color in 3 of those pieces. I'm coloring 3 of those 4 strips. That colored area represents 3/4 if the whole entire box represents 1 hole. We're going to split that colored area into 2 equal pieces. Okay, remember the second number means how many. We're going to split that into 2 equal pieces, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to split that into 2 equal pieces, where that would be a half, and of course the other top part would be a half. I'm going to color one of those halves. All right, and I'm going to use that to get my solution. First, I need to think, how many pieces have both colors? And I can see that 1, 2, 3 are both colored red and green in this case. Well, that will be my new numerator, 3. And then, to get my denominator, I need to say out of how many total pieces. I have 1, 2, 3 colored both. There's a 4, a 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3/8. So this area model proved that if I have 3/4 to start, and I split it into 1/2, I would have 3/8 of the whole entire box.